Everyone shocked. Kim finally loses patience and explodes in frustration. Gerald left speechless as the real story comes out. Welcome to Stardom Scoop, Glowing Star, where we dive deep into the dazzling world of celebrity news, exclusive gossip, and the untold stories behind your favorite stars. If you love keeping up with the latest in Hollywood, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the juicy updates. No one expected this. What started as a normal day in the entertainment world suddenly erupted into one of the most talked about showbiz moments of the year. Fans were stunned, the media went wild, and social networks practically caught fire as Kim Chiu finally reached her breaking point. For months, she had been calm, patient, composed, and gracious, always choosing peace whenever controversy tried to pull her back. But today was different. Today, Kim could no longer hold back. And when she finally snapped, the entire internet felt the shockwave. According to insiders who witnessed the situation firsthand, Kim had been carrying silent frustration for a long time. She tried to ignore the whispers, the speculations, the unnecessary dragging of her name, and especially the repeated attempts by certain people to stir old controversies. She tried to stay graceful, to smile through it all, but pressure kept building inch by inch. And today, everything exploded, not because Kim wanted drama, but because someone pushed too far. That someone, according to sources privy to the situation, was Gerald. The moment the issue resurfaced online, Kim initially brushed it off. She tried to maintain her signature calm, even laughing while telling her team not to mind it too much. She had moved on, healed, grown, and built an entirely new chapter of her life. But Gerald, knowingly or unknowingly, crossed a line Kim had silently drawn a long time ago. And when the private confrontation happened, everyone in the room felt the tension thicken like storm clouds ready to unleash thunder. People close to Kim claimed they had never seen her like that before. Kim, known for her patience, kindness, and emotional strength, finally released months' worth of bottled frustration. Her voice didn't shake, it was firm, clear, and filled with the truth she had kept to herself for too long. She didn't shout for attention, she didn't break down to gain pity. She simply told the truth. And that truth was something Gerald wasn't ready to face. Witnesses described Gerald as completely stunned. He didn't expect Kim to speak that directly or that honestly. He looked caught off guard, not knowing how to respond, because Kim wasn't attacking him, she was correcting him. Exposing what really happened. And no one, not even Gerald, had the chance to twist the narrative this time. According to those present, Kim began by telling him exactly why she had stayed silent for so long. She didn't want trouble. She wanted peace. She wanted to protect her heart, her growth, and her future. She didn't want to reopen old wounds that she worked so hard to heal. She didn't want the past to overshadow the happiness she has now. But when she felt disrespected, when she felt her name was being used again without care, she had no choice but to speak up. Those who heard her say it said her words were sharp but truthful. I am done protecting the things that hurt me. I am done keeping quiet for people who never cared how their actions affected me. I have moved forward. I deserve peace, and I am not letting anyone drag me backwards again. Her statement, even though not publicly released, spread like wildfire through industry circles. People were stunned at how mature yet powerful Kim handled the confrontation. She didn't humiliate him. She didn't insult him. She simply told the truth, and the truth was enough to leave Gerald shattered. One insider said Gerald lowered his head, unable to respond. It was the first time in years Kim had spoken with that much conviction about the situation. And it was clear, she wasn't just speaking for herself, she was speaking for the version of her that was hurt, betrayed, misunderstood, and taken for granted. That version finally received justice. And while Kim stood her ground, another element intensified everything: Paolo. Sources confirmed Paolo wasn't in the room during the confrontation, but he heard about it minutes later. And the moment he learned what happened, his protective instinct immediately kicked in. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't confront anyone loudly. But people around him said the way he reacted was icy calm, the kind of calm that comes from wanting to shield someone he deeply cares about. Paolo reportedly said one sentence that left his own circle shaking: "No one gets to hurt her again." This only fueled fans' emotions. Kim Pao Nation practically erupted online. They praised Kim's courage, showing how proud they were that she finally defended herself after years of silent endurance. They praised Paolo for standing by her emotionally, giving her stability she never had before. And they were furious at Gerald for triggering the situation in the first place. But what exactly did Gerald do? What was the trigger that finally made Kim snap? Insiders claim that Gerald made a comment, subtle but disrespectful, about their past. A comment that hinted Kim was still affected, still lingering, still emotionally tied to things long gone. Whether he said it jokingly or seriously didn't matter, the implication was enough to reopen a deeply personal boundary Kim had long closed. And when the comment reached Kim, she refused to let it slide. This was the moment she stood up not just for her present, but for her self-worth. The confrontation became emotional. Kim didn't cry, but her voice carried the weight of every pain she had once swallowed in silence. She explained how hard she fought to rebuild herself, how much she grew because she had to, and how she learned to value herself again. She explained that bringing up the past wasn't only unnecessary, it was disrespectful. Gerald, shocked and unable to defend himself, reportedly apologized. But insiders said it was too late. Kim didn't need an apology, she needed boundaries respected. And from that point on, she made it clear that she was done with unnecessary connections to the past. She wasn't angry, she was firm. She wasn't bitter, she was healing. And that, ironically, was what surprised everyone the most. The moment news leaked, fans immediately sided with Kim. Comments flooded social media like a tidal wave. Good for her. She deserved to speak up. She's been too kind for too long. Respect Kim. Period. She didn't explode for no reason. Someone pushed her. Finally, she defended herself. I'm so proud. People who had followed Kim for years knew exactly how rare this moment was. She rarely gets angry. She rarely confronts. And she almost never talks about her past pains publicly. The fact that she finally lost patience meant she had endured too much already. Meanwhile, fans noticed something else. Kim's tone afterwards was lighter, freer, almost relieved. It was as if releasing those words allowed her to breathe again. Some described it as Kim choosing herself, something she deserved long ago. On the other side, Gerald has reportedly gone silent. He avoided interviews, avoided mentioning the issue, and avoided making statements. People close to him said he was embarrassed, not because of public reaction, but because he finally realized the weight of the hurt he once caused and the impact of bringing it up again. Some sources say he felt basic, unable to defend himself because everything Kim said was the truth. Meanwhile, Kim was seen smiling again hours later, surrounded by her team, looking calmer. Paolo reportedly checked in on her immediately, making sure she was okay. That moment alone sent fans into full killing mode, proof that Kim finally has someone who supports her without hesitation or doubt. The industry, the fans, and even other celebrities agreed on one thing: this moment wasn't drama. It was empowerment. It was healing. It was Kim reclaiming her voice after years of choosing peace over confrontation. And most of all, it was the world realizing that Kim Chiu is no longer the fragile girl some people assumed she was. She is strong, clear, confident, and unafraid to protect her peace. She has outgrown the past, and she refuses to be dragged backward again. The explosion wasn't a breakdown, it was a breakthrough. For the first time in a long time, Kim didn't just smile through the pain. She faced it. She shut it down. She demanded respect. And that, more than anything, is what shocked everyone the most. Thanks for tuning in to Stardom Scoop. If you enjoyed our deep dive into the latest celebrity drama, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more juicy updates. What do you think about Paolo and Kim's situation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep shining and stay in the know with Stardom Scoop.